been a long week.
National Honor Society. After graduation, Matt plans to attend college and is interested in pursuing medicine. Next up, we have Allison Feeney. She is the daughter of Kate and Brian Feeney. This year, Allison is participating in speech, National Honor Society, Student Council, and trap shooting. After graduation, Allison wants to go to either USC or Iowa State to major in criminal justice and minor in Spanish to eventually become a lawyer. With Allison is Keon Butcher. Keon is the son of Stephanie Foster. This year, Keon is participating in football and track. Keon plans to major in sports kinesiology at Iowa State. Our next couple is Molly Scheitler and Caleb Dreckman. Molly is the daughter of Bill and James Scheitler. This year, Molly is participating in student council and lead dogs. After graduation, Molly plans to go to the University of Iowa to major in political science and eventually go to law school. Caleb Dreckman is the son of Sarah and Jason Dreckman. This year, Caleb is participating in basketball and National Honor Society. Caleb will be attending Morningside University, where he plans to play basketball and study for chiropractic school. Next up, we have Maggie Allen. Maggie is the daughter of Kurt and Tara Allen. This year, Maggie is participating in softball, basketball, leadership club, student council, BART staff, dog pound staff, and National Honor Society. After graduation, Maggie plans to major in criminal justice. Maggie is escorted by Cal Eckstein. Cal is the son of Trent and Meg Eckstein. This year, Cal is participating in football, basketball, NHS, and baseball. He has not yet decided on what he wants to do after high school. Next, we have Katie Cunningham. Katie is the daughter of Mike and Rachel Cunningham. This year, Katie is participating in cross-country, track, student council, FCA, speech, and NHS. After graduation, Katie plans on a 4-year school in Iowa for physical or occupational therapy. Katie is with Tyler Iverson. Tyler is the son of Mark and Kristen Iverson. This year, Tyler is participating in football and track. After graduation, Tyler is undecided on where he will go to school, but he wants to major in engineering. Next, we have our royal attendants. First, we have Lincoln Barr. Lincoln is the son of Michael and Jennifer Barr. He is a kindergartner in Mrs. Platty's class at Franklin Elementary. The best part of being a bulldog is getting 3 recesses in kindergarten. When Lincoln grows up, he wants to be a ninja. Next, we have Marlo Hector. Marlo is the daughter of Carlton and Chelsea Hector. She is in 2nd grade in Mrs. Sitzman's class at Cluckung. The best part about being a bulldog is watching my sister run fast for the Bulldogs. When Marlo grows up, she wants to go to Florida and go to the beach. And last, we have Maverick Fermani. Maverick is the son of Kyle and Sam Fermani. He is a kindergartner in Mrs. Platty's class at Franklin. The best part about being a bulldog is going to the football games. When Maverick grows up, he wants to become a paleontologist. And now, your 2021 LCHS Homecoming Queen and King. Your homecoming queen is Mackenzie Pippett, daughter of Marty and Mario Pippett. This year, Mackenzie is participating in student council, leadership, large group speech, golf, National Honor Society, FCA, class vice president, and adaptive PE. After graduation, Mackenzie wants to study to become a dental hygienist. And your 2021 homecoming king is Derek Allen. Derek is the son of Todd and Mindy Allen. This year, Derek is participating in football, and Derek plans after high school are undetermined. Congratulations to your 2021 LCHS homecoming program.
Another great song here on Bulldog. Bulldog fans, sportsmanship is a vital part of athletics. During the contest, if you see someone using poor behavior, please notify facility personnel. Sportsmanship is of utmost importance, and everyone should enjoy the contest in a fun and healthy environment. Thank you for your cooperation. More music is coming up here on Game Time. Ollers, we're your home for great music and good times, and we back our Bulldogs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jim Lorenzen Field on a beautiful homecoming night here in Lamar's. We're here with you a little bit earlier tonight because of the homecoming festivities. We just had the royalty walk across the track, and so I thought we'd get them on here and talk a little bit about the wonderful kids we had up there representing LCHS, a small group of all of the great kids we have. So real quick, we'll go over those guys and give them a little bit of credit for the things that they're involved in and the things they've done, and talk about the festivities a little bit today, and then we'll get ready for the football game. So your mistress of the ceremonies was Claire Blezick. Claire is the daughter of Glenda and Doug Blezick and is active in cross country, tennis, speech, FCA, FFA, National Honor Society, and Student Council. After graduation, Claire plans to attend Iowa State or Creighton to major in political science on the pre-law track. The Master of Ceremonies was Jacob Spencer. Jacob is the son of Matt and Nicole Spencer. This year, Jacob is participating in FFA, Student Council, and track. Jacob plans to attend Kansas State for Ag Business and Animal Meat Sciences. The homecoming court this year was made up of a group of individuals. We'll start with Hannah Albrecht. She is the daughter of Dave and Mary Albrecht. This year, Hannah is involved in tennis, cross country, softball, large group speech and IE speech, thespians, band, NHS, and quiz bowl. After graduation, Hannah plans to attend Iowa State University. Matthew Ollers was the son of Matt and Gail Ollers. This year, Matt will be participating in basketball, tennis, speech, student council, adaptive PE. He's the class president, and he is a member of NHS. After graduation, Matt plans to attend college and is interested in pursuing medicine. Allison Feeney is the daughter of Kate and Brian Feeney. This year, Allison is participating in speech, NHS, student council, and trap shooting. After graduation, Allison wants to go to either USD or ISU to major in criminal justice and minor in Spanish to eventually become a lawyer. Keon Butcher is the son of Stephanie Foster. This year, Keon is participating in football and track. Keon plans to major in sports kinesiology at Iowa State University. Molly Scheitler is the daughter of Bill and Jane Scheitler. This year, Molly is participating in student council and lead dogs. After graduation, Molly plans to go to the University of Iowa to major in political science and eventually go to law school. Caleb Dreckman is the son of Sarah and Jason Dreckman. This year, Caleb is participating in basketball, and he is a member of the NHS. Caleb will be attending Morningside University, where he will play basketball and study pre-chiropractic. Maggie Allen is the daughter of Kurt and Tara Allen. This year, Maggie is participating in softball, basketball, and leadership club, as well as student council, bark staff, dog pound staff, and NHS. After graduation, Maggie plans to major in criminal justice. Caleb Eckstein is the son of Trent and Meg Eckstein. This year, Cal is participating in football, basketball, NHS, and baseball. He has not yet decided what he wants to do after high school graduation. Katie Cunningham is the daughter of Mike and Rachel Cunningham. This year, Katie is participating in cross country, track, student council, FCA, speech, and NHS. After graduation, Katie plans on a 4-year school in Iowa, and she plans to study physical or occupational therapy. Tyler Iverson is the son of Mark and Kristen Iverson, This year, Tyler is participating in football and track. After graduation, Tyler is undecided where he will go to school, but he wants to major in engineering. The little ones this year were Avery Van Cly. She's the daughter of Kurt and Amanda Van Cly. She is a first grader in Mrs. Klein's class at Franklin Elementary, and she says the best part about being a Bulldog is going to the Bulldog games. When Avery grows up, she wants to be a veterinarian or a zookeeper. Lincoln Barr is the son of Michael and Jennifer Barr. He is in kindergarten in Mrs. Plotty's class at Franklin Elementary. According to Lincoln, the best part about being a bulldog is getting 3 recesses in kindergarten. When Lincoln grows up, he wants to be a ninja. Marlo Hector is the daughter of Carlton and Chelsea Hector. She's a 2nd grader in Mrs. Sitzman's class at Cluckone. The best part about being a bulldog for Marlo is watching her sister run fast for the Bulldogs. When Marlo grows up, she wants to go to Florida and go to the beach. Maverick Formanek is the son of Kyle and Sam Formanek. He is a kindergartner in Mrs. Plotty's class at Franklin Elementary. The best part about being a bulldog is going to the football games. When Maverick grows up, he wants to become a paleontologist. We also honored the returning king and queen from last year. Caroline Meese was the queen. She's the daughter of Steve and Linda Meese and is currently attending Iowa State University and studying biochemistry. Cutter Wright is the son of Tiffany and Ryan Wright. Cutter is exploring engineering majors out at Utah State. Both of them made it back today, so it was great to see them back and get an opportunity to go to a formal coronation in the gym today because we didn't have that last year. The homecoming king and queen for this year, the queen, Mackenzie Pippett. She's the daughter of Marty and Maria Pippett. This year, Mackenzie is participating in student council, leadership club, large group speech, golf, NHS, FCA. She is the class vice president, and she is involved in adaptive PE. Upon graduation, Kinsey wants to study dental hygiene. And the king this year is Derek Allen, son of Todd and Mindy Allen. This year, Derek is participating in football. Derek's plan after high school graduation is still undetermined. Congratulations to these fine young people as being selected as part of the 2021 homecoming court. So we're about 22 minutes away from kickoff here. We'll take a little bit of a break before we get started. We'll probably come back at about 15 minutes prior to kickoff, and we'll talk a little bit about the matchup tonight between the Storm Lake Tornadoes and the Lamar's Bulldogs. It'll be the opening week for district play. Both teams have had 4 games already building up to this district opener. Storm Lake enters at 0-4 on the season right now. The Bulldogs come off a great win last week after traveling up north to MOC. So we'll visit some of the stats and talk about some of the keys for the game here in just a little bit. So come on back here in about 7-8 minutes, and we'll get tuned in for tonight's game. All right, and we are back here at Lamar's Community Field, Lamar's Community Stadium, Jim Lorenzen Field. I apologize. For tonight's district opener for 4A, Lamar's and Storm Lake both moved up a little bit because of the new classing system. So both teams are in the 4A division now, and we've been playing each other for a long, long time. But we'll renew the rivalry here tonight on this wonderful, wonderful homecoming night. If you were thinking about coming out, I don't know that you could find a better night to come out. So I encourage you to get out here, support our student athletes. There are plenty of seats. There's plenty of them that are filled up, but there's still plenty of spots open in the newer facility that we have ready to go. So come on out and support the Bulldogs here as they take on Storm Lake Tornadoes here for homecoming. A little bit about each team coming into tonight. Storm Lake comes in at 0-4. Their last 4 games, they've played Esterville Lincoln Central, OABCIG, MOC Floyd Valley, and Carroll. They have not found the win column yet, but knowing them, their coaches will have them ready. And it's been since 2014 since the Bulldogs have actually beaten the Tornadoes, so it's been a while. They have had a coach change in that time. So, and the Bulldogs have also had a coaching change. So we'll see if maybe that changes the fortune here for the Bulldogs tonight, and see if Bulldogs can get in the win column. Last year, it was a very close game here at Jim Lorenzen Field between the Bulldogs and Tornadoes. Lamar's enters the game at 2-2 with wins over MOC and Heelan. Those two teams square off tonight. And then they lost their first game to Sergeant Bluff and then their third game to Sioux City East. So they had a great win last week over MOC. The defense pitched a shutout, and the offense was clicking there and scored 17. So 17-0 shutout for the Bulldogs last week against the MOC Floyd Valley Dutch. Stat-wise, for the Tornadoes, they are led in the passing game by Josh Steffen, a junior. He is 25 for 47 for only 199 yards of pass offense this year. Their game does not revolve around passing. You will see them, and if you remember the Heelan game, Heelan packed a bunch of people together and didn't pass a whole lot, and that will be a lot of what we see tonight. So Storm Lake is kind of built along the same lines. Obviously, they have a little bit different scheme, but it's going to be very, very similar. So as you can imagine, they run the ball quite a bit. So their leading rusher is Angel Godoy. He has 46 attempts, and he has 243 yards on the season, still looking for his first touchdown. Bo Bachman is leading the team in receptions and yards. He has 10 receptions for 78 yards. Remember, they only have 25 total completions for 199 yards. So they don't have that big playmaker, and that was the difference maker last year. If you remember when Lamar's played Storm Lake, they had a very explosive receiver on the outside that got behind the Bulldog defense a couple times and really cost the Bulldogs last year. So hopefully we can stop that tonight. For Lamar's on the offensive side, Tyler Iverson will lead the team out there as quarterback. He's 36 for 56 on the season for 389 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also has 60 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. Elijah Doherty leads the team in rushing, and David Lusink leads the team in receptions. David Lusink has 11 receptions for 93 yards and a touchdown. We are going to get ready for the national anthem here, and then we'll come back, talk a little bit about some team stats and some keys to the game, and we'll get started here.
direction of Drum Major Abigail Tilburg, how we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Great job by the Big Red Band again tonight. The national anthem, followed by the school song. The Bulldogs are out on midfield getting excited, having that energy tonight on this homecoming night, a beautiful night. People still filling in. It's great to see. I remember last year, homecoming night, restricted, all that stuff. It's great to see some people in the stands again. Okay, it's great to have some fans back, the students back, the energy back, and this team deserves all of the love that they're getting tonight and the recognition that they're getting. So let's take a quick peek at both teams as far as team stats go. Both teams are centered around the run game offensively. The Tornadoes have run the ball 179 times compared to only 48 pass attempts. So that is going to be the name of the game, is to stop the run game for them, or against them, for the Lamar's defense to hold strong like they did last week against the MOC Dutch. They have 179 rushes on the season for just under 1,000 at 849 yards rushing. Like we said before, passing-wise, they don't do a lot of it. They try to be efficient with it. They have thrown 3 interceptions in their 48 attempts. They do average 8 yards of completion. On the offensive side for the Bulldogs, we've attempted 60 passes on the season with 39 completions for 408 yards. So quite a significant difference there when it comes to those stats. Two passing touchdowns for the Bulldogs on the season. One of them started the game last home game again with Cal, right up the middle from Tyler to Cal, and then I believe the other one was to David Lusink against Heelan. So it's been a while since the Bulldogs have reached pay dirt in the air, so hopefully tonight we can get that game going. Tyler does have 4 interceptions on the season. Rushing-wise, 146 rushes on the season account for 743 yards of rush offense. both teams are right around 4.7, 4.8 yards per rush. So they are successful when they rush. What that tells me with those stats is that there's probably a player or two that's keeping the drives from going where they want to go, whether it be penalties or just plays that do end up going backwards from time to time. Defensively, the Storm Lake Tornadoes are led by Eduardo Sanchez, senior. He has 22.5 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 1 interception. So he's a kind of a Swiss Army knife, does a little bit of everything. Lamar's is led by Elijah Doherty with 18.5 tackles and a half tackle for loss. I know that they have a couple other guys with tackles for losses on the season, and so I know that tonight is going to be a night where Coach Van Otterloo is really going to preach everybody to do their job, much like the night against Heelan. Much like last year, you have to do your job. You have to stay consistent. They're going to try to lull you to sleep with their interior run game to Godoy, and then they'll keep it with Stefan every once in a while. He was a difference maker last year, and they'll try to hit a big play from every now and again, but this game's going to fly by, folks. I guarantee with the type of styles that both of these teams are running, this game is going to fly by. We are 1:24 away from kickoff right now. I did not see the coin toss, so we'll see if we're going to kick or receive here. I don't see Giovanni Cabango out there, so that would lead me to believe that we are going to be returning the first kick, but we'll find out here in just under a minute. Other events going on tonight, obviously the homecoming dance today. We had a great parade, a wonderful day. Kind of rained in the morning, but clouds cleared and made for a great event, a great parade. It was quick, it was efficient, and I know there was a lot of candy thrown out from the car that I was in and many cars behind me. So great homecoming festivities led us to this, the district opener for Lamar's Bulldogs and the Storm Lake Tornadoes. Number 3, Derek Hernandez, will tee the ball up for the Storm Lake Tornadoes. He will be kicking back to Wadley, and I believe that's Doherty. And the kick is back, and he got all that one. That's going to be a touchback. Not going to get a chance to return that one. So the Bulldogs will start their first drive at the 20-yard line. Tyler Iverson will come out onto the field with his offense. After a solid week last week, they're looking to extend and keep that positive vibes going and the positive yardage going. They had a shaky start last week, a couple snap issues, but once they figured that out, they got the ball rolling. So Tyler's in the backfield, flanked by Cal. Cal motion to his left. A little bit of a higher pass by Tyler. He wishes he could have that one back. Don't know if he got all the grip on that one that he would have liked. Slung it out there to Cal and just over his head and off his fingertips. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. In comes Doherty, out comes Cal. And the Bulldogs line up on the ball. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 2 running backs in the backfield. Doherty in the game and Lusink. Same play, other way. Out to Lusick. He evades 1 tackler, gets down to about the 27-yard line before he stumbles down, and that will put the Bulldogs in a good position for 3rd and 3. Out comes number 15, Sione Fafita, who will get a little bit more action because of an injury to Derek Allen, our homecoming king. Unfortunately, won't be in tonight, but he was walking today, and he should be back here pretty quick. Tyler takes the snap a little bit lower, gets hit at the line, and I think he did fall forward for the first down. A good strong run by Tyler. Will give them the first down. The chains are moving, so that's always a great sign, getting that first down and having some positive yards there. Bulldogs look like they're going a little bit more tempo than usual, a little bit quicker than I've seen them going in the past. Signals are coming in, and they're on the ball. Tyler's under center this time with Keon and Elijah in the backfield. Handoff to Elijah. Doesn't have a whole lot of room. Does end up getting a yard or two. There was a lot of penetration in there from a host of Tornadoes. Number 22. No, number Yes, number 76, I apologize. Number 76, Allen Pond. And Eduardo Sanchez were also in there for the Tornadoes. So that'll bring up a long 2nd down and 8. Bulldogs on the ball already. Tyler in the snap, 2-by-2 set. Out route, and number 11 was right on that. Bo Bachman, leading receiver, but also a cornerback. He read that. He read Tyler's eyes and hit David Lusink right as the ball got there. So that brings up a 3rd and long that we haven't seen yet tonight. 3rd and 8 from the 32 for the Bulldogs. Reese Spieler and Keon Butcher out to the left. Handoff to Elijah Doherty. Spins, and he's hitting the backfield, and he'll get 1 yard, and that'll bring up a long 4th down for the Bulldogs. A lot of penetration. Coach Vigdahl, talked to him a little bit, and he did say that some of the things that they were going to have to focus on is that short passing game. They were going to have to complete those because they bring a lot of pressure. They bring up so much pressure, I don't even know if – oh, yeah, they are going to send someone back. Looks like we have punter is back, and we'll get a good bounce. I don't believe that was Mason Gangler, though. Kind of hard to see. Great attack down there, and great tackle off after a great bounce.
Mason's out with COVID. So he's out.
Looks like Mason won't be punting tonight, so that was Alex Allen punting. But great coverage after by Trent Marino. After a decent punt, they got a great bounce. So now the Bulldogs will go on defense.
Number 36, Trent Marino with the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Storm Lake will bring out their running offense. Number 12, Joshua Steffen Jr., 5'10", 180, will go up under center, and they have their 2 wing backs. Number 80, Eduardo Sanchez, will go in motion, and the handoff was to number 33, Brock Turnquist, excuse me. He gained about 2 yards there on the carry before he was tackled by Mitchell Bartman. Drayden DeBoer also in on that stop. So people still filing in, looking for spots. There's not many left, but there's still some. So I encourage you to get out here and support on a great night. Steffen takes the handoff, fakes to the first back, and will give to the second back, Eduardo Sanchez, for a minimal gain, maybe 2 yards. He faked it to number 33, Brock Turnquist, up the middle, sophomore, and handed to number 8, Eduardo Sanchez. You have to be sound with you can't let your eyes fool you. You have to follow and do your job against an offense like this. So I know that's what Coach Van Otterloo has probably been harping on all week long. You have to do your job. Long 3rd down, they're going to pass. They don't do it much, but they'll do it here. And I'm not sure where he got pushed out of bounds. It's going to be pretty close. I think he may have gotten it. So Steffen with a completion to number 33, Turnquist, and that will be enough for a 1st down. So like I said, they don't do it much. They're going to try to get out on the edge. They're going to try to maybe take a few shots, but they really want to run the ball. That's their priority and their main focus here. Steffen and the offense are looking at their wristbands. Signals coming in, and they're ready to go. Same formation, 2x2 with a couple wings. Handoff to, no, he kept the ball, and Steffen kept the ball and got about 9 yards on the play before he was stopped by number, I believe that was number 35, Bo Wadley.
He's taken down by number 86, Alex Allen. It's a 9-yard gain on the run.
2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs here, or for the Tornadoes, excuse me. They are now in Bulldog territory at the 42. Two wings flank Steffen, followed by Turnquist in the backfield. Eduardo in motion. Steffen going to take a shot, and quarterback got smoked in the backfield. Number 69, Mitchell Bartman, came through and hit him right as he threw the ball. He took a shot. That was a shot to number 11, Bo Bachman, their leading receiver, but Sione was step for step and ready with him, so there was nothing there. quarterback did not have a whole lot of time here. So I would assume with the position they're in, this is 4-down territory for the Tornadoes. They're a run-first team. Turnquist is probably going to see the ball here coming right up the middle. Eduardo Sanchez on motion. Stefan did keep it, and he will get the first down. Not by much, but he didn't need much. Tete Salette on the stop there for the Bulldogs. Just like we expected, this is going to be a drive or a game that is going to have some drives that just eat up some clock. So we're already at almost 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Another first down for the Tornadoes at the Bulldog 40. Stefan steps back, and the receiver, number 2, Brody Bachman, slipped and fell on a little look screen, trying to step up and step back, maybe get Connor Jalis leaning one way or another, but he ended up falling down, and that's going to bring up a long second down for the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes don't bring a lot of guys. They have a very small sideline over there, but the guys they have are going to play hard, and they're going to work their tails off. Number 8, Eduardo Sanchez in motion. Handoff was faked to Turnquist. They ran a little bit of an option play before it was brought down by Tete Salette and a host of Bulldogs. I believe Drayden DeBoer was in on that too, and that was quite a stick. So 3rd and 8 for Storm Lake early in the game yet, about midway through the first quarter here. Bachman out here as receiver, one on each side. The snap, they're going to try it again to get it out there. Going to need a sure tackle out of Connor Jalis. He didn't get the tackle, but he's slowed him down enough for a host of Bulldogs to come and get in on that. Number 57, Carter Jennis was one of them. Number 54, Drayden DeBoer was there. Number 2, David Lusink, Reese Spieler. There was a host of Bulldogs there to make that play. So Connor wasn't the one that took him to the ground, but he did enough to make sure that he wasn't going anywhere until the rest of the Bulldogs showed up. So like we assumed, a lot of 4-down territory here for Storm Lake. This might be a little bit further than they want to go, but when you're on this side of the 40, it's hard to punt the ball. So Stefan does get in a little bit of a shotgun. He is going to pass, and he did find an open receiver for about 8 yards. So that's going to give them, Bachman's going to get the first down. Sione was dropping back, didn't want to let anything behind him, kept him in front, came up and made the tackle. So that'll bring the Tornadoes to the 27-yard line. And this is what Storm Lake does. They take 3 or 4 downs to get their first down. They're not going to try to do anything crazy or exciting. They're gonna chip away and chip away and chip away and try to just be solid with everything they do. Little misdirection there, and Eduardo Sanchez carries the ball in a little end around, faked the first back, gave it to the second. He went around the right side. Some good blocking by their offensive line, and that'll bring a first and not quite a first and goal, excuse me. It will give them a first down at the 12. Much like last week, the Bulldog defense is going to have to bow their neck here early in the game. Stefan will go under center here. Barks out a couple signals. Hands to the first back. Right on through, and he got down to the 1-yard line. That'll give him a first and goal at the 1, and this is what this team is made for. They're not built for the long game. They're not built for the come from behind, but they are certainly built for first and 1 from the goal line. So going to have to be heavy, going to have to be strong here. Cal Eckstein made a touchdown saving tackle for now. Hopefully we can keep him out. We'll see what happens here. Turnquist does not get in on that one. So there's one. He tried to run right over the right side and was stood up. There was a couple Bulldogs in there that just did not give up any ground at all. Number 69, Mitchell Bartman, was one of them. We called his name a couple times. Tete Salette was in there on that tackle. So I would assume eventually you just have the quarterback try to go right through the center here, but we'll see what happens for the Tornadoes. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. takes the snap, goes around, and that will put them in the end zone. So Eduardo Sanchez gets the first score of the night for Storm Lake Tornadoes on a little end around. It's hard to stop all the different weapons, and you have to be very, very disciplined in order to do that. So Storm Lake takes the first lead of the night with 4:55 left in the first quarter here at Jim Lorenzen Field. Number 3, Derek Hernandez, will come on to attempt the extra point. Number 12, Stefan, will be his holder. A little bit of a high snap, but the kick was true, and that will make it 7-0 in favor of Storm Lake Tornadoes here to start the game. So following a first down by the Bulldogs after receiving the ball, they could not get the stop after the punt. So we'll see what the Bulldogs are made of. They did not give up any points last week, so it's easy to do things well and play hard and have fun when things are going your way. Coach Van Arloo just held the defense out there, and I'm sure gave them some stern coaching and said, men, we have to be disciplined. There was a couple breakdowns. It was not many. I'm not sure the exact play total, but I bet there was 10, 12 plays from 45 yards. So they didn't have any big plays, big long plays, but they had a third down play. They had a few different plays that were significant. Number 3, Hernandez, will tee it up. Last time he kicked the ball into the end zone, didn't give us a chance to return it. Hopefully we can get one this time. Sione Fafita back to return. I know the Bulldogs would love to get the ball in his hands. It's been a couple weeks since they've gotten an opportunity to watch him do his thing. But I don't know if that's going to allow it, because that's going to be in the end zone. So the high school rule says that's not returnable. So we're not going to get a chance to see Sione on that one. And to be honest, I really hope that's the last time there's a kickoff tonight for that team. So the Bulldogs will take the field at the 20-yard line with 4:55 left in the first quarter, trailing 7-0. Bulldogs get in their tight formation. Tyler will be under center. Elijah Doherty in the backfield, along with Keon Butcher. Handoff to Elijah, and he runs hard for a solid 5-yard gain. Good, strong run. Led through the hole by Brandon Vanderslice. Alex Allen was down there pushing people around.
Taken down by number 33, Brock Turnquist.
Brock Turnquist on the tackle for the Tornadoes. Great 5-yard run. Number 17 comes into the game. Nolan Cass will get an opportunity. Young sophomore heading to the top side. Long, lanky athlete for the Bulldogs. Around the edge. Was number 3, Keon Butcher. That'll be another Bulldog first down. So 2 plays, 12 yards. Good first down for the Bulldogs. The signals are in, and they take their stance. They almost weren't set there. This one's going to go, this one's going to go to David Lucent. Great blocking on the edge by Reese Spieler. Great job of blocking by Reese Spieler, allowing David Lucent to get around the edge and get over the 50-yard line. Thought maybe we were going to get caught there with a hand in the cookie jar there on the edge, but didn't happen. Alex Allen comes in. Nolan Cass comes out. Sophomore for sophomore. Reese Spieler will get lined up at the other tight end spot. This looks to be a running formation, and Elijah Doherty pops through there, and he's going to gain 6 strong yards. And they're pushing both ways, and the officials will blow that dead with 3:45 left in the first quarter. Great drive here so far by the Bulldogs, really moving the ball north and south, not messing around, trying to dink and dunk, just getting the ball in their playmakers' hands. Another tight set coming here. Tyler under center. Keon and Elijah in the backfield. The wing is David Lusink. Pass. Oh, Reese Spieler's wide open. And there it is, folks. That's going to be a touchdown for the Bulldogs. A great design, and they basically used Storm Lake's philosophy against them. Storm Lake is run, run, run. We'll keep it tight, and that's exactly what Lamar's did, and that will get the band fired up and be the first touchdown for the Bulldogs tonight. Tyler put it right where he needed to. A great play action pass for the Bulldogs resulted in 6 points. So Giovanni Cabango, the young kicker, is out here ready to put the finishing touches on this drive. And somebody's not on the field. That never goes over well. Still 20 seconds left. Tegan Kazel was barking over, and Coach Phelan said, okay, we got a guy. So the snap looks like they might have jumped. Oh, Giovanni was a little slow on that one. He's going to have to go a little quicker than that, or that's going to get blocked. But it did get through, so that'll be 7-0 here tonight at Jim Lorenzen Field. The Dogs answer quickly. Great job by the Lamar's offense. They went with that tight set, and you just knew it was a matter of time before they were going to take a shot. You just didn't know where it was going to come. David Lusink on the wing kind of stepped down, which allowed Reese Spieler to scoot right across, right down the middle of the field, and Tyler put it exactly where he needed to put it. So a quick drive. Didn't take long for the Bulldogs, only about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to give the answer. A lot of energy tonight. It's great to see so many people out here. I can't say that enough. It's not, these times have been missed. I know we're not fully clear and all that stuff, but I love seeing all these people out supporting the Bulldogs. I love seeing some alumni back, all the people that, make this so great. So Giovanni Cabango will tee it up for the Bulldogs after their answer. The freshman, number 39, in his bright green shoes, has it teed up and will look to get us started here. Waiting for the whistle. There it is. He gets him fired up. And his approach, nice high kick, will be taken at the 10 by number 4, Trevor Turner. And they're going to push. He was hit at about the 22, but pushed himself up to about the 32. So that's where the Tornadoes will take over. Ryan Sadowski on the tackle, number 32. On that kickoff team. It's ever important to respond with a good hold here. Joshua Steffen will bring his offense back out for the Tornadoes. The last drive was a couple passes, but primarily run. Their two wings will be in motion. Here's another pass. They're looking to do a little bit of the same. Sione Fafita comes up, doesn't make the tackle, does slow him down. Bachman is a big receiver out there. Sione kind of tried to tackle him high and just kind of got thrown off. So Sione attacks that a little bit lower, and I think good things are going to happen. That's a tackle for nothing. But Cal Eckstein rallied along with David Lusink to finish off that tackle and leave the Tornadoes with a 2nd and 7. Same formation, some things don't change, and that's the Tornado formations. Barks out a couple plays, gets a guy in motion, and hands off right up the middle to Turnquist. He was met very rudely by Elijah Doherty after about a gain of 3 or 4. So that'll bring up a big third down here early in the game. We're tied 7-7. Time to get a stop. Coach Vigdahl and Coach Vigdahl, both of them down there, trying to rally the troops and get the guys excited. A lot of energy expended throughout this week with homecoming and all those things, and this is sometimes an issue with homecoming games. You're either really excited or so tired from the week of festivities. Handoff around the edge to number 8, Eduardo Sanchez. He will get the first down. He was stopped by Drayden DeBoer and Tate Salette. This keeps up. Those two are going to have a lot of tackles on the night because they keep running that around the edge. Between them and even Drayden in the middle, great to see him back, looking like he's more at full strength here after being a little dinged up early in the year. So First and 10 for the Bulldogs, 1:35 left in the first quarter. The 43-yard line. Motion, handoff to Turnquist. Nope, keep by the quarterback, Steffen. Gained about 4 yards, 5 yards before he was tackled by Bartman and Lusink. Kalekstein was maybe in there. Host of Bulldogs in there on that stop. 2nd and 6 right now for the Storm Lake Tornadoes. Come to the end of the first quarter. Beautiful night out here at Lamar's Community Field, or Lamar's Community Stadium, Jim Lorenzen Field. The Tornadoes are approaching midfield. Sanchez goes in motion. This looks to be another pass. Sione was right there, just enough space to complete that pass, and that will be just enough for a first down. So Bachman will get the catch. Steffen will get another completion. And that will be a Tornado first down. They get on the ball quickly. Barks out a couple plays, maybe trying to get them to jump off sides. They will have to snap it, so Steffen turns, gets the signal from coach. Oh, and then they jump themselves. So sometimes you can do some stuff that causes your own linemen to get a little antsy. They get in that stance, and it's hard for the big fellas to just sit for that long. Something that is practiced quite often and will drive a coach crazy because they know what they need to do. It's just not always easy. So for the first time tonight, the Storm Lake Tornadoes are behind the sticks. They will have a long first down. This is not what they're meant for, but they have been successful so far tonight on all of their drives. They haven't been stopped. They've scored that one touchdown on that one drive that they had, and they've gotten a couple first downs here, but they haven't been faced with a 1st and 15 yet. So we'll see what Tornadoes have here. Sanchez around the edge will gain maybe 2 yards, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Great rally by Reese Spieler and a host of Bulldogs there. So right about 50-yard line. They won't have to walk far to flip the sticks here for the second quarter. An exciting first quarter here on the district opening night of football here in Lamar's. During our break here, let's talk about some activities that will be coming up for the Bulldogs in the upcoming week. Tomorrow is Starfest for our Big Red Marching Band. Good luck to them as they compete at Starfest in Sioux City. Tomorrow, the JV volleyball team heads up to Hull Western for a volleyball tournament that will be starting at 8:30 in the morning. Monday, Lamar's JV will take on Storm Lake here. No, it'll be at Storm Lake. I apologize. That game will be at 6 o'clock on Monday night. Tuesday, the golf team, the boys golf team, who's had a successful season so far, will be down in Sioux City at Green Valley Golf Course starting at 10 a.m. Freshman volleyball, JV volleyball, and varsity volleyball will all be at home against Sergeant Bluff. That'll be their pink out, I believe. I'm going to have to check on that, but that'll be September 28th on Tuesday. So make sure you get out and support the ladies in one of their home games. They don't have many of them, so get out and support them in their home match. We'll talk more about the activities here a little bit. Steffen gets under center here, barking out some orders. Barking out snap. There's a pitch to Sanchez, and that'll bring up good stop by number 5, Cal Eckstein. Number 54, I believe, was in there. Number 55, excuse me, Tate Salette. So 3rd and 10. Something that Storm Lake has not been in yet tonight, so we'll see where this goes. They have been successful passing. It's not what they want to do, but they have been pretty efficient with it so far tonight. They don't throw a bunch of long passes, so this may be something that they're not totally comfortable with, but I assume one of the Bachmans is going to get a ball here. Nope. Oh, they ran into each other in the backfield. Now you just have to rally and finish. So much misdirection and such tight quarters. That caused the defense to have an advantage there as Storm Lake ran into each other in the backfield. The stop by Tay Salette, and that name's come up quite a bit tonight already. So great job tonight by Tay doing his job, staying home, and just making the tackles when they're there. David Lusink and Bo Wadley back to return the punt here tonight. Number 3, Derek Hernandez, also the kicker, will be punting for the Tornadoes. Not a great punt. Big number 72, the long snapper, is down there, and he downed it at the 15-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over after a great stop. I'm sure Coach Van Adelu is a little bit more excited about that drive than the last one. They did gain 25 yards and maybe a first down or two, but nothing that couldn't stop. But again, you go back to that first down where they tried to get the Bulldogs to jump off sides. It didn't happen. They end up jumping. Puts them in a 1st and 15, which they're not a team that's accustomed to, and they couldn't dig out of that hole. Tyler Iverson will take over, take his offense out there, and they'll take over right here at the 15-yard line. To his right is Elijah, and Keon goes in motion. Little jet sweep around the edge, and there's a lot of room, and that's blocked well. Nolan Cass with a great block on the, and they're going to throw a flag on that, on Nolan Cass. And it's gonna be on the young sophomore. He's asking what he did. The fortunate thing about this is it is from the spot of the foul, so you are going to still have first down. It's going to be 1st and 8. So yes, it does negate a long play, but you get the down back. It's not like it's going from the line of scrimmage. So you're going to have first down and 8 for the Bulldogs. An unfortunate break, but it's not the end of the world.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
And now we've given them something to think about with Keon around the edge because they hadn't seen that yet tonight. Tyler gets in shotgun formation and has Elijah to his left. Now we're going to go the other way. And that is going to be Connor Jalis, I believe. He's got a nice run around the edge, and they're going to attack these edges, it looks like. Coach Vigdal and the offensive staff have seen something that they like when it comes to being around the edge. Now the big package comes back in. Alex Allen and Reese Spieler, two tight ends, will be in with David. I believe that's actually still Connor Jalis as the wing. Keon and Elijah in the backfield. We know Elijah can do great things when he gets the ball. There he is. The great run. Keeps those legs churning, and he's going to get 6 or 7 yards out of that, and the Bulldogs are running again. The versatility of their offense, they'll go small here again. Nolan Cass, along with Sione Fafita, will be in the game. Alex Allen and Reese Spieler come out. David saying, there's nobody over top of me here. Keon around the edge, cuts it back up inside, gets a great run. So Lamar's has kind of said that short passing game that we were going to think about, we were looking at, we thought maybe we'd have some good things from it. You know what, we'll just run it around the edge. We don't need to sling the ball out there. We're just going to run it. So they're back on the ball quickly. Make sure everybody's set. They are going to throw it here. Tyler's going to have a little bit of space up the middle. Keep playing, folks. Keep playing, men. Tyler's still running hard. Everybody needs to keep playing. Nice, strong run. First option wasn't open for Tyler, so he tucked it. Got a solid 8-9 yards before Brody Bachman wrapped him up for the tackle. So let's get everybody set. We're going a little quick here. I don't think we're on the line of scrimmage up top. They didn't call it. That went to the well there, and they were expecting it. So Keon Butcher will be tackled for a loss of 3 or 4 here, which will bring up a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Connor Jalis comes out. David Lucent comes in. With the normal punter out tonight, this might be a 4-down territory if you can get it within a reasonable doubt. You don't want to give them a short field, but you can get this to even a 4th and 3 or 4. A little bit of a low snap. David Lusink around the edge. Great blocking on the outside, and David's going to have the first down, and he's to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, David Lusink. Great perimeter blocking on the outside by, I believe that was Nolan Cass up on the top side and Elijah Doherty. And those blocks on the edge sprung David Lusink around for the touchdown. Great job by the Bulldogs, really making the Tornadoes cover everything from side to side. Giovanni Kabongo will come on to look to give the Bulldogs a 7-point lead. Last time the snap and hold and the kick was a little slower. Let's see if he can get it going a little bit quicker. He's definitely got enough leg. It's just about the getting the kick off. So a great job by Lamar's. 2 for 2 on the last 2 drives of getting points. And there was that big play. David Lusink around the edge for a nice gain. The perimeter blocking was exceptional, and it got the Bulldogs into the end zone. So with 8:10 left in the first half, Bulldogs go up 14-7. They've had a long pass from Tyler Iverson to Reese Spieler and a long run that got David Lusink around the edge with blocks by his receivers that sprung him. It was a great job. They had an opportunity to do the same thing earlier in the drive. It did get called for a hold, but this time hands were in a little bit better spot, and it was a successful block and a successful play. Got the Bulldogs into the end zone. Giovanni Kabongo will tee up the ball for the kickoff at the 40-yard line, right hash. This is where it becomes important for the Bulldogs to keep going. Giovanni approaches the ball. Nice high kick, not quite as deep as I'm sure he would like. It'll be caught at the 10 by number 3, Hernandez, before he is tackled at the 26-yard line. The Tornadoes will bring their offense out here. And Joshua Steffen will try to get them going again. They had a great first drive, converted on 2 or 3 third downs before their touchdown run of 1 yard. Their second drive was not quite as successful. They did get a first down or 2, but couldn't continue after a negative play on first down where they jumped, put them behind the sticks, and they couldn't quite recover from that. So Steffen in the shotgun, pistol formation here with a running back behind him. Sanchez in the backfield. Receiver is Bachman. That will be number 2, Brady Bachman on that side. Steffen throws it out to him. And a nice throw, nice catch. Gain of 5 yards. Tackle was by Connor Jalis, number 23. Who's doing a great job out there filling in for Derek Allen tonight. So he's a little bit dinged up. Long season, got to make sure the guys are healthy. So I'm sure Derek's missing the opportunity to be out there, especially on his senior homecoming night. Number 22, the ball carrier. I believe that was number 22. Let me see when he gets up. No, excuse me. That was number 14. Ashton Kapongavong. Apologize if that name isn't close. On the carry there. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Bulldogs trying to hold again, force a punt, get the ball back. The offense seems to have found a rhythm. This is a big down here for the Bulldog defense. Trying to put up another score. Steffen's going to drop back. Tay Salette in his face. The pass is up. David Lusink, and there's nobody there. David down the left side, block in front. Oh, yep, you could see that coming. And a horse collar on the back side of it, but we did block in the back. You could see it coming. 100%, yep, that was a block in the back. Unfortunately, the guys got excited and had a block in the back, but the ball will be the Bulldogs. There was a horse collar on the end, and that's what Coach Van Otterloo's talking about, but I think everybody had emptied their flags by the time that happened, and they didn't have anything else to throw. So maybe that's not going to get called, but we will see. Yep, he's not liking it, but the good news is for the Bulldogs, it's our ball. So the block in the back will take them. They should have the ball around the 35-yard line, maybe.
During the return, block in the back, number 52 on defense.
Okay.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Will be first down.
All right, so great interception by the Bulldogs. Tay Salette with the pressure forced a pass to just float up there. David did a great job of collecting that, and then it's almost second nature to have some sort of block in the back or something like that on an exciting play that almost goes for 6. The Bulldogs will get the ball back at, it looked like a longer than 10-yard penalty, but it looks like they're going to get the ball at the 35. 3 receivers to the top side. Nolan Cass down here. David Lusink up to the top along with Keon Butcher. Pitch out to Cal Eckstein. He's going to try to take his turn around the edge, and he's got some space. Good speed, a little stop and go for Cal. Some great blocking on the edge. 15-yard gain will put the Bulldogs 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. So the offense picks up right where they left off on the last drive. Cal comes out, might be limping a little bit, but it's the game of football, and that's how it goes. Elijah Doherty comes in. We'll have some receivers switch side. Two running backs in the backfield. David Lusink in motion. Hand off to Elijah. Quick stop and go, and that's going to be so close to a touchdown. I was going to say 6, and I kind of got ahead of myself there. That'll get him down to the 5-yard line. Great run. Almost a little counter action. He took a step to the left, didn't really go, and just came back to the right where the hole was. So Nolan Cass comes out. They got their big set in. Looking to go a little bit quicker here. Some good speed. Elijah doesn't have a whole lot of room to go. Might spin for a half a yard, maybe a full yard there with 6:04 left in the first half. Second down from the 7-yard line. 2 tight ends and David Lusink in there. 2 running backs. That handoff will be to Keon Butcher, and he's going to walk in around the edge. Great blocking on the edge by David Lusink was out there. Reese Spieler was out there, and that'll be another touchdown for the Bulldogs. Keon Butcher, that's a 3rd touchdown by the 3rd different person tonight. Great job. The Bulldogs have really stressed the edges tonight here once they got the offense rolling. The kids are asking for the fight song. It looks like the band is getting ready for halftime. I don't know. You got to sing it loud, man. Giovanni Cabango kicks it through. Tapped on the head by Tegan Kazel. And a couple other Bulldogs there telling him great job. I think Bo Wadley was in on that. So everybody's getting a little bit more excited as the night goes on. The Bulldogs are doing great things here with 5:44 left. Defense gets a turnover. David Lusink returns it down into Storm Lake territory. Here's the song, guys. Cheerleaders started the fight song. Band was getting ready. I believe they're getting ready for the halftime festivities. So Giovanni Cabango will be back out there. Coach Van Otterloo given kicking directions. Not sure what type of education he has to give kicking directions, but if anybody can do it, I'm sure Mr. Van Otterloo can. So a 35-yard drive that was capped off by a Keon Butcher 7-yard touchdown is the latest touchdown for the Bulldogs that puts them up 21-7 with 5:44 left in the first half. Giovanni gets his troops ready to go and approaches. Trying to keep that one lower this time. The ball's fumbled. Now you got to wrap up. Oh, what a stick. What a stick. Bo Wadley. Woo. I felt that one. That was a great tackle. And the sideline's excited about that one. Not sure they should be smashing their heads together because I don't think that's a great thing, but they are excited, and now the Bulldog defense will come out on the field at the 20-yard line. So whatever Giovanni was told by Coach Van Arlo, keep it low, make them pick it up. Doesn't allow them to set up their return that they've been semi-successful with. Good plan, Bo Wadley with the stick, and that'll bring the defense out here at the 19-yard line with 5:38 left. Two guys in motion there. Not sure if that's going to get called. Doesn't look like it. Number 8, Sanchez, around the edge, and he's still going. Finally gets ridden out of bounds at about the 28-yard line, excuse me. So a solid gain of 9 before he's pushed out by Connor Jalis. Drayden DeBoer's coming out. Number 50. Evan Jalis will be coming in to play Mike linebacker. 2nd and 2. Turnquist up the middle. Doesn't look like they're going to give him the spot he wanted. That'll bring up a big 3rd and 1. Again, this team is made for 3rd and 1. Mitchell Bartman with a big tackle there at the 27-yard line to force another one. Evan Jalis just entered the game, and he's in. Elijah Doherty also in on the tackle, so there's a host of Bulldogs there. That doesn't happen by one person doing the great job. That happens by a whole team of Bulldogs doing a great job. So 3rd and 1, big down here. Stefan barks a little bit, seeing if he can get the Bulldogs moving. Nothing. Turnquist, fake, and I think the quarterback kept it for just enough. He did. He did get that 1 yard he needed. Fooled some of us up here thinking that he had handed off to the first back, and that didn't happen. He happened to get just enough space to get 2 or 3 yards there for the first down before he's tackled by Elijah Doherty at the 28-yard line. No, excuse me, the 31-yard line. I apologize. Storm Lake will take over first down now. New set of downs at the 31. Full load coming this way. Wow. They pulled guard and tackle, and they had someone coming around the edge. The quarterback had just enough room to hand it off to number 14. He was stopped by number 54, Drayden DeBoer, and number 26, Elijah Doherty. So sounds like they've stopped running at Tay-Tay. They realized that was a bad idea. Now they're trying to hit the middle a little bit more, and now Drayden and Elijah are cleaning up. So the Bulldogs are doing a great job of following their responsibilities and doing what they need to be successful. Shotgun snap. Ooh. Tay-Tay was in there again. Mitchell Bartman was putting a little pressure on there. Out here on the edge, Cal Eckstein was right there in coverage on number 8, Eduardo Sanchez. So the pass sails over his head. And that will bring up a 3rd and 7 from the 34-yard line. I believe it was 3rd down last time when the Bulldogs got the interception. So we'll see if we can get another turnover here. See what they do here. They do run the ball left for no gain. So that'll bring up a 4th down. Drayden DeBoer on the tackle, number 54. Bo Wadley will come in to return a kick. David Lusink usually helps him back there, and the punt return team will come on. So see if we can get a return, get some positive yards, and maybe get a spark here before halftime. The clock is running. They'll probably kick the ball with about 3 minutes left on the clock. Last time it was the snapper that came right down the field. We're going to have to get a body on him. He's a big man. David Lusink, gutsy little pickup there, but he did get the ball at the 45. Not sure that was by design or not, but he did get the ball. He did get it up to the 45, so that'll leave the Bulldogs 55 yards from the end zone. They do have a very capable kicker, and the young Giovanni Cabango. The offense has been very successful the last 3 drives. Scored each of them. The only one that they didn't was the first one. So they're ready to go here with 2:53 left. 3 timeouts still in their pocket. Plenty of time to do whatever they need to here offensively. Keon Butcher goes in motion. Elijah comes out of there, just keeps running. Oh, man, does he run hard. A nice 6 or 7 yard gain there on a little counter action. They brought Keon from left to right and then handed off on the inside with a couple pullers for Elijah. So that'll get him in a good position here on 2nd down and 4 from the 49-yard line. We'll call it the 50, actually. 3 receivers to the right side. Last time they did this, they went up top to that 3-receiver side just like that and tried to get around the edge. There's nobody home. It's a great block on the edge. The Storm Lake Tornadoes, they're putting their hands up like they want the officials to help them out here, and I think the Bulldogs are just blocking like crazy on the perimeter. And or did they call a penalty? They did call a penalty on that one. Didn't see that. That must have been what he had his hands up for, because I saw one of the Tornadoes put his hands out kind of like, well, he can't do that. And apparently he can't. So that'll back us up a little bit. Looked like it was right at the line of scrimmage. Number 67. So that was interior. That wasn't even on the edge. We'll see how the Bulldogs respond to their first penalty of the night. The Tornadoes had their offense rolling and had already picked up a first down on their second drive, and then they had a penalty that put them back behind the sticks, and they haven't recovered yet. So we'll see if the Bulldogs, looks like they're going to come out here with 3 receivers to the left. Oh, tipped pass, and it was wide open. If Elijah catches that, I think he scoots down the sideline, and at least for the first down, if not much more. A little bit of a play action. There was a little bit of pressure from number 52, Martin Saldana, and he batted the ball down or got enough of it just to keep it so Elijah couldn't get the ball. So 3rd and 14, 41-yard line. You're back on your side of the field. 2 minutes left. Storm Lake hasn't done a whole lot their last 3 drives. Choose to go with 2 running backs in the backfield. Keon in motion. They're going to pitch it out here to David. Number 4, Trevor Turner on the tackle with great pursuit on David. Number 4 and number 6, Isaac. Trevor Turner, excuse me. So 4th and 14 for the Bulldogs. Not going to happen on this drive. Punter goes back. I believe that's Alex Allen back there punting now. I will have to check on the number. These gray jerseys aren't the easiest to see numbers. I know people were telling me I needed to find those numbers. Sorry, Mr. Magnuson, can't see them all tonight. That's a nice punt. A bounce about. Oh, a very nice punt. Let that thing roll, man. Let that thing roll. Don't touch it. There we go. That great punt down to the 8-yard line. So now you still have your 3 timeouts. It's Fafita back there. I apologize. Hard telling. Great punt by Sione Fafita. Got a great bounce anyways. 1:38 left. You still have your 3 timeouts. You know that they don't love to pass. You might want to use them if you can get them behind the sticks here. Or you could just be comfortable getting to halftime with a 2-score lead. So we'll see how Coach Vigdal and the Lamar's coaching staff approaches this. 1 minute and 38 seconds left. Stefan barks out some orders. They're just going to try to run the ball, do what they do best, and they are going to get a long, I think they thought they had him, and some people kind of gave up on that play, and that was not the case. So that'll be a long run for them. That'll be a first down. That's going to mean that Lamar's is not going to be using those timeouts unless something crazy happens. But Storm Lake also probably isn't going to be doing a whole lot unless they get a big play. Probably just kind of wait out this last minute 24. Did a ball come out? Looked like somebody threw a beanbag in there maybe. Nope. I apologize. That's not the case. Gain of 1 for the Tornadoes will bring us to the 1 minute mark in the first half. Drayden DeBoer on the tackle. Mitchell Bartman was in there in that mix. Steffen gets under center. Another counter where they're pulling everybody. Tay-Tay's mauled on this side. Number 72. Turns it back in, does a great job of turning it back into his help to Alex Allen and Drayden DeBoer. Third down and 9 for the Tornadoes. Coach Van Otterloo telling everybody, just get back. We're not going to give up anything crazy here. Storm Lake's going to take it down. Looks like Coach Rudy's going to talk to the official over there and maybe call a timeout. I don't know why you would call a timeout unless you got a trick play up your sleeve with one play left. And there it is, timeout. So 3 seconds left. He's going to call a timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you get your raffle tickets out, RP's halftime kicker is
They've got their raffle tickets. They're asking them to get out here. Still a beautiful night, a little bit chillier than what we've been used to, but this is football weather right here, and this is wonderful. Back to the activities for this week. Wednesday, the JV golf team, will be at Floyd Golf Course in Sioux City at 1 o'clock. Next Thursday in South Sioux City, the cross-country team will be down at Covington Links Golf Course. And then next Friday, Lamar's takes the football team over to Webster City. I'm sure that we played them before, but I couldn't tell you when. It's been a while, but now that they're a district opponent, it's going to change things a little bit, so we'll probably see a little bit more of them in the next couple of years. So with 3 seconds left and 73 yards to go, Storm Lake took a timeout just to probably see what they could do. Not quite sure what they drew up, but you have to be ready for some type of trickery here, I suppose. Bulldogs are way off, not letting them get any type of big play. Sanchez goes in motion, and now it's just a matter of tackling him, which the Bulldogs do right about the first down marker. But that'll bring us to the end of the first half with the Bulldogs up 21-7 after a great second quarter. We will come back here in a little bit with some stats. The Bulldog Big Red Marching Band will be out on the field. We will keep it on. So we will still be filming that, and you can take in that entertainment, and we will be back on here when they are finished.
Close enough.
I don't know what this means. There's no stats there. It said like kickoff. I'm like, we ain't doing that yet. Player stats. Got that.
Red Band has a rich tradition of excellence in marching, concert, and jazz band. Over the last 30 years, the band has performed in Orlando, Colorado Springs, Anaheim, and Winnipeg, Canada. The band has been chosen as a guest honor band at the Iowa Bandmasters Conference, Iowa State University Conductor Symposium, the University of Northern Iowa, and Northwestern College. In that time, the band has amassed over 85 Division I ratings for its major ensembles. For tonight's halftime entertainment, please welcome your Lamarge Community High School Big Red Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Michael Pritchard, Assistant Directors Mrs. Mary Kay Benton, Mr. Randy Benton, and Color Guard Instructor Mrs. Lexi Landis. The 1992 Disney movie Newsies tells the story of the Newsboy Strike of 1899, when a group of youth went up against two of the most powerful men in New York for workers' rights. From the popular musical, you'll hear Seize the Day and Carrying the Banner. Beginning with our Newsies quartet, Henry Marino, Brandon Kramer, Sam Johnson, and Jacob Hargens. Featuring color guard soloist Kylie Duvall. Santa Fe featuring trombone soloist Spencer Schnitzer, and Once for All featuring our drumline. Drum majors Abigail Tilburg, Bo Provacek, and Blake Dale. Is your band ready? Big Red Marching Band, the field is yours for your halftime performance.
Great performance. Great performance by LCHS Marching Band, the Big Red Band. They will take that act to Starfest tomorrow. They are exiting. Let's start talking about some stats here before both teams come back on. Lamar's was led by Tyler Iverson, passing 2 for 5 for 52 yards. They didn't totally neglect it, but they didn't really need to. They did a great job of running the ball there last quarter and a half, so they didn't need to. They did have the long touchdown thrown by Tyler Iverson to Reese Spieler for 44 yards. The other reception of the night so far was by David Lusink for 8 yards. Elijah Doherty is leading the Bulldogs with 8 carries for 41 yards. Actually, he's leading them in carries, but David Lusink is leading them in yards. He has 3 carries for 65 yards and a big touchdown early in the second quarter. Keon Butcher also has a rushing touchdown. He has 5 carries for 21 yards. Tackles for the Bulldogs are Drayden DeBoer with 7, Elijah Doherty with 4, Alex Allen, Mitchell Bartman, and Cal Eckstein all have 3 tackles apiece. For the Tornadoes, Joshua Steffen was 6 for 10 for 29 yards. They're led in rushing by Sanchez, 12 carries for 56 yards, and Steffen has 5 carries for 22 yards. Bo Bachman is the leading receiver, 3 receptions for 19 yards for the Tornadoes. He's also their leading tackler with 4 tackles, and Eduardo Sanchez has 3 tackles. As I looked at the stats, one of the big stats that stuck out to me was the third down conversions. Lamar's is 1 for 4, while Storm Lake is 6 for 9. That stuck out to me for the simple fact that although they were only 25% on third down conversions, they didn't have many third downs. They were converting on first and second, and they eliminated the third down. So although they weren't super successful on it, the Bulldogs didn't even get to third down on many of the drives. However, Storm Lake, they have been successful, but they've had a lot more of them, and they were not as successful after that first drive. I bet they had 3 or 4 third down conversions in those first 2 drives, and then since then, maybe 1 or 2. So it has been a difference in quarters, and ever since the first drive for both teams, it's kind of been a different game. 2:13 before we start the second half here. Both teams are out stretching. The Tornadoes are on their end, breaking out of their huddle. The Bulldogs are getting loosened up. It's a little bit cooler than we've had this year so far, so both teams are going to have to maybe get a little bit more warmed up than they are used to. Sione Fafita looks like he's getting some kicks in down there. So we'll go through some scores here real quick. West Sioux over Western Christian, 21-13 in the second quarter. Sergeant Bluff at halftime only up 7-3 over Sioux Center. Sioux Center's got a great core group of seniors there, and they're giving Sergeant Bluff all they can handle in that 3A battle. Woodbury Central over Lawton Bronson in that rivalry game, 14-7 at halftime. MOC and Bishop Heelan are getting together tonight. Both of them fell victim earlier in the year to the Bulldogs. MOC's on top at halftime, 21-7 down in Sioux City. Newell Fonda over Kingsley Pearson, 27-14 in the second quarter. West Line all over Sheldon at halftime, 36-0, so that'll be a continuous clock there. Akron Westfield up over Galen, 21-15 in the second quarter. That one will probably be at halftime and approaching halftime here pretty quick. Boyd Null Rock Valley, 27-6 over Carroll. Ames, Coach Den Herder, former Coach Den Herder, is giving us some updates on that one. He said the North Stars are up 14-13 over Ames, down in Ames. So that's a good game there for Sioux City North. Remsen St. Mary's, 43-6 over Fort Dodge St. Edmunds. What other scores do we have here from the area? A lot of, Unity over Okoboji, 28-0 up in Orange City. South O'Brien over MMCRU in the first quarter, 14-0. Central Lyon, George Little Rock all over Cherokee early, 30-6. And not sure when that game was played. Oh, that was earlier today. Well, that's perfect timing because we're out of scores and the Bulldogs are out there ready to kick off. Sione Fafita will kick off for the Bulldogs to start the second half. He'll tee it up and give Giovanni Cabango the quarter off so he can finish up the game later in the fourth. Sione attacks the ball and puts the toe to it, and that'll be fielded at about the 8-yard line. Vertical speed by number 4, Trevor Turner, runs into a host of Bulldogs right there and just kind of forms a pile and forces his way forward to about the 34-yard line. Tornadoes will come out here with 11:50 starting the second half, trying to find their feet. They had some good momentum going early. First drive ended in a 1-yard touchdown. Second drive was going well before they bumblebucked that and ended up having to punt after a penalty. So Stefan barks out some cadence, hands right up the middle, and Drayden DeBoer hits Turnquist hard, but not until he gains about 6 yards. That's the nice thing that Drayden does. That motor keeps going. He's a physical player. Has that wrestler's mentality of physicality is not a bad thing, and it's a good thing to have out of that middle linebacker. 2nd and 5 from the 40 for the Tornadoes. Maybe a little bit of communication error there, and that he's not going to get anything. A lot of Bulldogs there. Number 89, Alex Allen. Number 26, Elijah Doherty. Tay Salette. There's a bunch of Bulldogs in on that one. I think they might have been a little crossed up on the Storm Lake side of things. They had a bunch of guys moving around, and I don't know if someone turned the wrong way or went the wrong way, but brings up a long 3rd down, which is not what Storm Lake wanted, but our Bulldog team is exactly what we wanted. So 3rd and 5. We'll see what they do here. They don't love to pass, and they're not gonna. Stefan does get the first down before he's tackled by Elijah Doherty and David Lusink. Just past the first down marker. So that'll be the Tornadoes' first down in the second half and move the sticks. Just short of the 50-yard line. The Tornadoes will continue their drive. Same formation as they've been going with. Sanchez in motion. Pitch back to Sanchez from Stefan. Tay Salette in there on the tackle, drags him down. Bartman also in there on the tackle before they could get too far. Only a couple yards there by Eduardo Sanchez. 2nd and 8 for the Tornadoes, trying to kind of get back into this. I know it's only a 2-score game, but you'd think with the offense that they have, it's going to be tough for them to get going if they get too far behind. Stefan with the pitch out to Sanchez. Great play by number 57, Carter Jennis on the backside. Elijah Doherty and Cal Eckstein were there to force it back into Carter, and he was there to cause a tackle and no gain. So another 3rd down for the Tornadoes. 3rd and 8. They get the signals in from their coach. And they get under center. Sanchez goes in motion, handoff right up the middle to Turnquist. Makes you think that they're probably going to go for it here. they might be in a spot where they don't have a choice. Tay Salette on the tackle there. Big down for really the duration of this game. I think if Storm Lake wants to continue to make this game interesting, they're going to need to be successful here. We will see what happens. When they have passed, it's been short passes. Oh, coach is going to call a timeout. I was about to say, when they have passed, it's been short passes into the flats. They haven't taken a shot. Coach VK, Coach VO are out there with their defense. Coach Phelan walking down the sideline. You'd have to think that the defensive coaches are reminding them to stay true to your jobs. It doesn't take much to get out of a lane and cause this to be a big play, which is something you don't need right now. Storm Lake is kind of on their heels. They're having to play with a little bit more urgency, down 2 scores, with not having a very explosive offense. Their highest point total on the year was against MOC, and that was 17 points. So they haven't scored a bunch, and coach decided, you know what, now's not the time. We're not going to do this. We're not going to get into something where we're in trouble unless they decide to fake it. So the snap goes back to number 3. Not a great punt. Barely punted it for the first down. And that'll roll out of bounds just about the 43-yard line. So the Bulldogs are in good shape here. So that'll be the 37-yard line after a very short punt of maybe about 8 or 10 yards. Got some teammates trying to pick him up over there. Eduardo Sanchez grabbed Derek Hernandez and said, hey, don't worry about it. It happens. That's being a great teammate, and Sanchez being a leader on that team for the Tornadoes. But Tyler will take the snap, hand it off, and there was there was a lot going on there. Whoa. There's a lot going on here. I don't think that we were totally set once the play went in. Tyler has been a little close to the action on some of those, and I think that might cost us. But they're going to talk it over. I heard the official blow the play in, and we already had David Lusink in motion, yeah. So it's going to be an illegal shift. And so if that happens, we have to be set once the play is.
Illegal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Just take your time. This is a penalty that, they're going to decline it. They can't. Okay, well, hold on. Now we're getting the yards back.
Defenses decline the penalty. It's second down.
Okay, so after all of that walking back and forth, we're back to where we started, only now we're on second down. So it's 2nd and 10. Wait till he blows it in. There we go, Tyler. Now we can go. Tyler's back in his shotgun formation. David in motion, coming around the edge. We try to get the crack block on there. David might squeak out another couple, 2 or 3, so he's going to get about 3 or 4 there before he is tackled. Third and 5 for the Bulldogs. It looks like Storm Lake's going to bring some pressure here, so I'm not sure if we can get to the outside. There might be something there, but he couldn't. Elijah was out there waiting for him, but we could not collapse that, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So both teams are going to trade the ball on punts. Sione will be back there to punt for the Bulldogs. He will be punting it to Turner and Bachman back there. Trevor Turner, number 4, and Brody Bachman about halfway back. So if it doesn't quite get back to where it's supposed to, Bachman's quite an athlete, and he knows what to do with it. Sione got away a great punt. that is fumbled. And a great tackle by a couple Bulldogs there. What a play, a great line drive punt. Bo Wadley on the tackle. And Keon Butcher looked to be on the tackle. So great job by the cover team there. Sione kicked one on a line there. And I think it kind of surprised the returner. The Tornadoes will take over at the 20-yard line for their second drive of the second half with 6:27 left. Looks like they're going to try to pass out into the flats again. Pass to number 11, Bachman. Tackle by number 15, Sione Fafita. Comes up a little lame, holding his side there, so have to get a sub in for him. Bachman also comes up a little bit lame. He looks like he's a little bit sore. So two players down. Bachman's down. Trevor Turner will come in for him, not Trey Turner. And number 32 will come in for the Bulldogs, Ryan Sadowski. Looks like he'll be coming in for Sione Fafita, who maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. He's kind of holding his chest there and kind of went down, but he's back up and moving around, so hopefully that's nothing too stressful there. Junior Ryan Sadowski will come in to play corner closest to the Bulldogs side, and he'll be defending against number 4, Trevor Turner. So on the first play, Tornadoes broke tendency and threw a pass. I'm sure they'll go back to the ground game right here. And that they do. Cal Eckstein right there on the pitch, almost took it himself. Quarterback got spun around and caused the pitch to go a little bit later. Cal was right there. And then once he did pitch it, Elijah Doherty, Drayden DeBoer, and David Lusink were all on the spot. 3rd and 5 now for the Tornadoes. Very quick moving third quarter with 5:20 left. Storm Lake looks down at their wrists for the play. Stefan barks out the cadence. Oh, I don't know if the receiver saw that, but he may have been open. That was a pretty casual bat away by David Lusink, but it was successful nonetheless, and that'll force a 4th down for the Tornadoes. So since the first drive, the Storm Lake Tornadoes have not really mounted much of anything offensively. Coach Van Otterloo kind of collected the defense down about the 20-yard line after they came off, after the extra point. Looked to have some stern words for him about maybe following the directions and getting the job done and following just the rules that they have defensively. Because against this type of defense, misdirection can cause a lot of problems. Ooh, Tegan Kazel close on that block, number 4. Here goes Bo Wadley, and he's explosive. This might be all that he needs. He's a strong young kid, and that's it. That's a touchdown for Bo Wadley. You could see it coming. He caught it on the run, and there was no chance that they were going to catch him. They had a big guy back there, and that was not going to happen. So a special teams touchdown, exactly what the Bulldogs needed. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for 2 here. They had Sione as the kicker this quarter because of the quarter regulations on Giovanni and the freshman game earlier tonight that he played in. Great return by Bo Wadley. Bulldogs still running some people on and off. There's timeouts. There's arms waving. Timeout Bulldogs. I don't think that most people were expecting them to go for 2 here, but it does make sense if Sione's a little banged up and you don't have your kicker. You don't want to. You have probably a better chance of going for 2 and being successful with that. It also gives you another chance to work on some plays since you didn't get to run any offensive plays. With 4:51 left, the Bulldogs in firm control here on homecoming night. 27-7 currently. We'll have an extra point as we get back on the field. Sione is on the field, but he's not going to be kicking it, it doesn't look like. So Tyler Iverson will take his offense out here. We'll see what kind. Last time they went for two, they had a little shift in their motion, and somebody else snapped it, and they kind of had a little trickeration to it, I remember, against Heelan. So we'll see what they do here. Sione is going to come in motion just a little bit, and then he's probably going to head back out, or someone is, and it's exactly what they needed. They just brought Sione in just a touch and brought him across the one side of the field. He's still holding his left ribs. Tyler just tossed it out there to David Lusink in an easy one. So that'll put the Bulldogs up 29-7 here on homecoming night on Jim Lorenzen Field. Home crowd is excited. Had a great week of dress-up days. A great day of festivities here for the homecoming week. Kind of culminates here with the dance and the football game here this evening. A couple other things about the day. We said earlier today that Derek Allen is the homecoming king and Mackenzie Pippett is the homecoming queen. Mr. Leroy Wickers was the parade marshal today. So he had an opportunity to speak about how awesome Lamar's has been to him and how important it is to be involved and do great things. And, of course, in ways that only Mr. Wickers can, made everybody laugh. Had a gym full of people laughing, and it was a great day for Lamar's. We had the dance team out there. We had the cheerleaders out there. We had the band being loud. We heard from some of the seniors on the cross-country team. We heard from some of the seniors on the volleyball team. I don't know that we heard from any golf. Golf being a fall sport's kind of new to everyone, so maybe that'll get worked in the near future. With last year being the first year we did fall golf, and then we didn't really have a pep rally. So maybe next year we'll see if there's any golfers that want to speak. Sione Fafita kicks off to number 2, Brody Bachman. He gets an opening before he is wrestled down about the 41-yard line. Taken down by Trent Marino. With 4:43 left in week 1 of district play, the Bulldogs in firm control 29-7, looking to get a district win. All the games before this were, for lack of better words, preseason games. They didn't. They meant a lot because it's always more fun to win than it is to lose, but in the reality, grand scheme of things, playoff seeds and playoff opportunities come from the district wins only. So this is a great way for the Bulldogs to start in district. Handoff straight up the middle by Steffen. Was handed off to number 36, and he's tackled by Drayden DeBoer, and number 36 isn't on the roster. So I would love to give him some credit. Maybe that's Angel Godoy. We haven't seen him yet tonight. He is their leading rusher. I'm not quite sure. Haven't seen him tonight, so something may have come up with him. But we're going to Storm Lake passes out to number 2, Bachman. So Steffen out to Bachman, and that's going to get him about 2 yards from the first down before he's tackled by Connor Jalis, number 23. Connor's done a great job out there on the corner. Third and 2 for the Tornadoes at the 44-yard line. Tornadoes line up in the same set they've been in every night. The only difference we've seen all night as the quarterback goes into more of a pistol formation every once in a while. That'll get him their first down. Number 36, I'd love to give him credit, but I don't have his name, so that's not going to happen. But number 86, Alex Allen on the tackle, and that'll bring him up to the 47-yard line. Tornadoes trying to get into Bulldog territory for the first time in a while. Trying to find the ball in that scrum. Handed off to number 36 again. Nowhere to go. Mitchell Bartman, number 69, in on the tackle. Cal Eckstein in on the tackle. A couple other Bulldogs in there cleaning things up.
Tackled after no gain on the play by number 86, Alex Allen.
Second and 10 for the Storm Lake Tornadoes. Bulldogs defense has really done a great job since the first drive, holding the Storm Lake Tornadoes, and that's going to be a little bit of emotion. I don't know that they got set, or maybe they were offsides. Lamar's will be offside, so that'll be a free 5 yards. Has been a pretty clean game for the most part. Couple penalties on both teams.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Number 55 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That is one thing that Coach Vigdahl said that they needed to make sure they cleaned up from the past couple of weeks is some of those penalties. You have a team that doesn't move the ball very effectively. You line up off sides and give them 5 free yards, and now instead of 2nd and 10, it's 2nd and 5. So those are the things that matter in close games. It may not come back to bite them here tonight specifically, but in the future that will come up. Eduardo Sanchez on the carry up to right near the line. It looks like he's going to be just short, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 as we tick under 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
3rd and 1 for the Tornadoes.
3rd and 1 for Storm Lake. I'm assuming that this is going to be a 4-down territory situation, down 3 scores, one of them including a 2-point conversion. You're approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter, so you're running out of time, and you probably don't have a bunch of drives left, so they're going to have to move it down the field. They will get the first down there. Number 22. Shamtamasak. Thank you to Mr. Lancaster up in the booth for saying that one before I did, but that'll get him the first down. So with 1:45 left, Tornadoes will continue the drive. Tackle on that play was by Reese Spieler. This is the first time that the Tornadoes have been over in Bulldog territory, and they're kind of sustaining a little bit of a drive. The unfortunate thing for the Tornadoes, though, is it takes a while for them to get into the end zone with this type of offense. Turns and hands to number 36, or maybe he didn't. Maybe he kept it. I couldn't quite tell who. Nope, 36 did end up with it. I think maybe the quarterback, number 36, Stefan, did want to keep that around the edge, but was not happening. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Handoff goes to number 36, tackled by number 69, Mitchell Bartman.
We tick under a minute here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs up 29-7. 2nd and 10 for the Tornadoes. Little cross buck action and nowhere to go.
Handoff goes to number 8, Eduardo Sanchez.
Great stick by Reese Spieler and Connor Jalis over on that side.
He's tackled it for a loss of 1 by number 86, Alex Allen.
Alex Allen there.
3rd and 11 for Storm Lake.
Storm Lake won't have to snap the ball again this quarter, but I'm sure they're going to try to get in as many snaps as they can here before the end of this one. So Stefan will step up under center. 3rd and 10, excuse me. Another cross buck counter type action, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 5, but that's not going to happen until the fourth quarter. With 3 quarters down here on homecoming night in Lamar's, the Bulldogs are up 29-7. We will be right back.
Handoff to number 8, Eduardo Sanchez. It's tackled by number
I used the button on the JV for freshman tab, so I thought
We'll see if we can get some updated scores here. Pulling on cords. Hopefully they don't cause any damage. Western Christian trails West Sioux in the third quarter. 28-13. Boyd Noe Rock Valley big over Carroll at halftime, 41-6. Sergeant Bluff Sioux Center, that's 7-3. Sioux Center's defense holding strong there. Akron Westfield 35-27 in a shootout over in Akron over Galen. Woodbury Central 21-7 over Lawton Bronson. And those are about all the updates I have. Looks like some of the other ones are still the same score. So 4th and 5 for the Tornadoes. Drops back to pass. Steffen back. Tay Salette closing in. Lots of Bulldogs in the area. Nowhere to go. And that will that'll bring out the offense. Great stop by the defense. Offense will get an opportunity to come out, get another drive or two in, hopefully. Still a lot of things to work on, I'm sure. Coach Vigdahl is ready to continue to improve. So the offense is going to come out and see if they can do a few more great things here before everyone attends the dance and finishes off a great homecoming weekend, or week, excuse me. A little bit of a spinning action. Keon is just a bowling ball in there, pushing people around. Tyler faked the pitch and turned and looked to throw. Didn't like what he saw, kind of rolled out to his right. Keon was kind of open. Tyler had already put it down and ran for a bunch of yards. Keon out there lead blocking, pushing some people around, and that gets the Bulldogs, gives them a great start on this drive and gets them over midfield. Tyler in shotgun formation with two running backs in the backfield. Connor Jalis busts out to the left side, and Tyler slings it out to him. Minimal gain, but he did have pressure in his face. There wasn't a whole lot. I did see big 67 Brandon Vanderslice serve up a pancake out there. That was nice to see, pushing people around. 2-yard gain gets the Bulldogs to a 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line. We're in the fourth quarter, 29-7, all Bulldogs since the first drive. Tyler with one running back in the backfield. He'll hand off to the running back. I believe that's Elijah Doherty in the backfield with him. Usually is. Yes, it is. Doesn't have a whole lot of running room. Doesn't get a whole lot of space. 3rd and 7. Two tight ends are going to come in. Alex Allen and Reese Spieler along with David Lusink. That'll bring out Nolan Cass. Connor Jalis will come out. They've been successful running this. Storm Lake gets cramped in there and they run around the edge. There's not a whole lot on that top side. I know it's the short side of the field, but that might be an opportunity. Ooh, a little double. Here goes David down the line. His quarterback's out there blocking for him. Great block by Tyler. And that'll get David down to about the 14-yard line. David's a little slow getting up. Might have got rolled up on there. Or might be cramping up. We'll have to see here. Yep, looks like someone's pushing on his foot to try to get that cramp out of there. Those are never any fun. Great run by David. That play, they hand off the first one, and then they hand it off back to David backwards. So he comes around the edge. David has quite a night rushing the ball. Not something that maybe Storm Lake was expecting. Elijah's had such a great season so far running the ball that they've focused on him a little bit. I'm sure he's still got over 50 yards rushing, but at the same time, I think David, he's probably got to be approaching 100 yards, his long touchdown run. Here goes Keon around the edge. Elijah Doherty out there blocking for him. Oh, Keon puts the ball on the turf, and it does squeak out of bounds. Elijah looked inside to block rather than outside. I think if he would have looked outside, he may have been able to escort Keon into the end zone. The ball did get popped out, but it popped out of bounds. So sometimes it's better to be lucky, and that's exactly what that situation is. Sione Fafita and Nolan Cass enter the game. That'll bring out Alex Allen and Reese Spieler. Maybe there's nobody guarding our receiver out here. Sione Fafita. Motion out of the back. Oh, he did keep his feet. Great feed by Connor Jalis. Great job by the officials not calling that down because I sure thought it was down. Connor Jalis did a great job, had someone shoot right in front of him with no real space. Here comes your two tight ends. Here goes your two receivers. Again, last time they ran this, they ran a little cross buck where they handed it off to one and they handed it off to another, and it's hard to follow that misdirection. See what Tyler does here. Little bit of a pass, wide open again. He's not going to have time to throw it, but he was open. But when they bring that pressure, so we'll see what the Bulldogs decide to do here. 4th and long. I believe you still have your kicker if you want to try a longer field goal. Looks like they've spotted the ball at the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. That's quite a field goal. It's about a 40-some yard field goal, 30-some yard field goal there. It'll be a 34-yard field goal. Sorry, my math was not great there for a moment, but they are going to go for it. It does take away the opportunity for a block or something goofy like that. So give Tyler a chance to maybe throw it up to the end zone, see if he can get a passing touchdown. He's got a lot of moves back there, but he just got back to the original line of scrimmage before tackled. There was some open receivers, but he didn't have a ton of time, and once he tucked it, I think he did the right thing and just making sure that there's no turnover, no big play going the other way. So that'll be a turnover on downs. First time the Bulldogs have done that tonight. But if you're going to do it, doing that at the 15-yard line is not a bad deal, making them go 85 yards the other way rather than having a turnover or something like that happen. So the Bulldog defense comes out, and they've been very, very good. So is the offense. I don't want to take anything away from them, but the defense had a little bit of a stumble early in the game on that first drive, but has allowed nothing since then. Steffen fakes to the first back and is hit hard on the backside of that by number 86, Alex Allen. Number 2, David Lusink, was down by his legs. We do have a Bulldog down. Looks to be a D lineman. Number 72 will be entering the game. Dominic Varenhorst will get some action here tonight. Looks like the officials are going to allow him to come over and take a little bit of a water break. Wouldn't think that overheating or anything like that's going to be an issue tonight so far, but he's walking off. Number 57, Carter Jennis. Looks like he's got a little limp in that walk. He's played very, very well tonight on that interior of the defense. Not a real big guy, very strong, does a great job in there next to Mitchell Bartman and some of those guys that maybe don't get all the credit that some of the linebackers that are making those hits get. 2nd and 2 after a nice run by Steffen. 4 minutes and 45 seconds, and the clock's ticking here for our 2021 homecoming game. Looks like you got some younger guys being called over by some of the coaches, maybe get an opportunity to get a couple reps in here on a homecoming night. Steffen drops back to pass. He's going to test out number. Oh, wow, that was quite a play. The defensive back, Sadowski, did a great job of tipping the ball away, but he actually tipped it straight up in the air. Number 2, Brady Bachman, came down right into his hands before Sadowski then ripped it out of his hands. So it was quite an interesting play, but it still results in an incompletion in 2nd and 2. Storm Lake tried to take a shot there, assuming they could probably go for this and run the ball here on 3rd and 2. Steffen, the quarterback, has nowhere to go. Great job by the defensive end. I believe that's Alex Allen on the top side. Tate Salet's in there. Elijah Doherty. 35. I believe that's 35. I can't read these numbers. 86, Alex Allen, I apologize. Looks like they are going to punt it. I'd love to see another return. Wouldn't that be interesting? Elijah Doherty hustling off the field. Do have 11 on. We'll see what kind of punt we get here from number 3, Derek Hernandez. Last one was returned. This one's high. He is going to have a chance to return it, and he's explosive. Here he goes again. He set it up to the right. He's going to go again. He's going to have a nice opportunity. That speed, he goes again. Another touchdown for Bo Wadley. Another punt return for Bo Wadley. You might not want to kick to him anymore. He is an extraordinary athlete. He's physical, he's fast, and that was a great job of returner David Lucent getting in front. He did a great job of setting it up towards the left and then came around to the right. Excellent return by the young sophomore Bo Wadley to make the score 35-7 with 6:20 left here in the game. So if it wasn't already, I think that safely puts it to bed. Again, we're yelling for people. Bo got so excited he forgot he was on this. Can't do that, Bo. Still have a job. Little bit of pressure in there, but Kabongo gets it off. Great job by the youngster. There was a lot of pressure there. And the cheerleaders hit the fight song again. So with 6:20 left in the game, Lamar's looks to be cruising to a homecoming victory, 36-7. Two very impressive returns this half by Bo Wadley have been the scores for the Bulldogs. Have been two of the scores for the Bulldogs. In the first half, a long pass to Reese Spieler for 44 yards from Tyler Iverson, and really that's been the successful passing that we've had. There hasn't been a whole lot of passing, but to be totally honest with you, Lamar's hasn't needed to. They've been very successful running the ball, forcing Storm Lake to chase them side to side. And like we mentioned earlier, Storm Lake doesn't have the depth. As you look over on their sideline, they maybe only have about another 12 to 15 guys over there. Nice kick by Giovanni Kabongo, number 4. Oh, that's a live ball. That's a live ball. couple sophomores down there, Alex Allen and Tegan Kazel down there on the tackle. Trevor Turner let the ball bounce around down there a little bit and gave the other ones an opportunity to get down there and make a play. So like I was saying, we haven't had to pass the ball much tonight because it just hasn't been there. The run game's been there, been successful doing it. Looks like we're going to get some younger kids in here. I'll try to get some names when I can. Number 32, Ryan Sadowski. He's been in there the last couple drives for Sione Fafita. Storm Lake still running the guy on. He's down here playing corner. Number 72, Varen Horst in there at the nose. Trying to stuff up the middle. Quarterback around the edge. Stefan with a nice run. That's one of the nicer runs they've had tonight. Number 52, Brody Bates in there. Number 36, Trent Marino in there on the tackle. Number 42, not seeing that. You know who that is? That's Caden Milbrode, I do believe. If I'm not mistaken, I saw him walking around school today. So number 42, Caden Milbrode on the tackle. Storm Lake gets first and 10 as we approach the 5-minute mark here. Stefan's going to keep the ball. Number 59, Mark Moten, was the first to start to wrap him up. Number 79 is going to be coming in, Dylan Worth. Mark makes the tackle. Mark's going to exit right now. Number 77 is also in the game, Carter Kolker. Carter's the senior D lineman. It's great to get everybody some opportunities tonight on homecoming night. Everybody puts in that time, and not everybody gets the glory in that time. Great run around the outside by number 22 before he's wrapped up and taken down. He was wrapped up and taken down by number 81, Andrew Fafita. Apologize for the break there. Wanted to make sure I had the right one. That'll be another first down for the Tornadoes here as the clock winds down on homecoming night. Great opener for the Bulldogs so far. Stefan's going to keep that one. And he's finally wrestled down, whistled down. They were blowing the whistle before he was actually down. Number 22 will be coming into the game. Alex Chihak, senior, getting an opportunity to play on his senior homecoming night. Haven't seen him yet. I'm sure he's out there working his tail off each day, so that's great to see him out there working hard and getting an opportunity to get out there on the field. 2nd and 5 here for the Tornadoes, under 4 minutes. Little bit of a reverse action, number 22, and he's got space, and he's gonna go. Tegan Kazel wrestles him down from behind. Great hustle by Tegan. Looked like he tried to punch it out. Tried to punch it out from behind and then wrestled him down about the 6. So a touchdown saving tackle by Tegan Kazel as they break through the line and get one of the longest gains of the night by either team, but for sure by Storm Lake. Three and a half minutes left in the game. Lamar's firmly in control. Have some guys out here working and getting their opportunities. Number 22 going to see if he can finish this drive. And he's down at the 1. So if he does, he's going to have to finish it on the next play. Drew Gallus on the tackle there. Got a bunch of sophomores in, mixed in with some juniors and seniors that have earned the opportunity to get out here on the field tonight on the homecoming night. Steffen. Ooh, they had some motion there. I don't think they're probably going to call it at this point in the game. That will be a touchdown for the Tornadoes. It doesn't matter in the outcome. I'm sure that there's going to be some people that are maybe not loving the idea of them scoring, but obviously those guys are out there working their tails off. And as a coach, I can say we always hate to see the other team score. And I know the players are going to feel the same way. They know that they should have probably bowed that neck a little bit and held them out. But it just wasn't in the cards this time. So Hernandez will look to tie the game, and he does. With 2:38 left in the game, Lamar's up 36-14, firmly in control of the district opener. This will put Lamar's at 1-0 in the district. Storm Lake will go 0-1 in the district. We'll check some scores, see if we can see some more District 1 scores possibly. West Sioux 28-27. That's not a District 1 score. Sergeant Bluff did get another touchdown. Akron Galen, 35-33 Akron. Let me see. Let me see if we can find some of these. Spencer over Denison tonight, 43-0. Wow. That is, it's a big win by Spencer. Big statement right away. Webster City over Fort Dodge right now, 27-14. Those two teams are also now district opponents. So looks like there's going to be some teams that have staked their claim to this 1-0 and early. We'll see what we get. Great physical run. Here he goes again, another special teams touchdown. Great. Oh, they're going to call a block. That's not a great call. That's not a great call. That's a great run by Connor Jalis, and that's a lazy call by the official. Oh, man. That's too bad, because that's a great, great run. He did nothing but shadow him. I was watching him that whole time. That's too bad. Unless they're calling it on something else that I didn't see, but that's too bad. That would have been the third special teams touchdown tonight for the Bulldogs. But that'll come back. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, great run by Connor Jalis. He was kind of wrapped up right around the 15-yard line and just threw the guy off before he found a seam. And
Holding. Number 36 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot.
that's a tough call, I think. Well, it doesn't matter what I think, so I'll just stop talking about it and know that the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 with 2:17 left. Looks like we'll have some different offensive guys in here. Looks like Cal Eckstein will get some snaps at quarterback. All right, here we go. We had to get everybody on there. Sometimes when you're subbing like this, you get in positions that not everybody's quite ready. So the handoff goes on the ground. That is not what you want. Yikes. Did Cal jump back on that? Okay, thank goodness. Yikes, that's not what we want. I don't think it's going to cause anything besides coaches to have a little bit of angst. But when you have situations where you're doing that and you're handing the ball off to new guys, sometimes those new hands tend to, not quite lock up like they should. So Cal, I believe that's Cal back there, number 5. Takes the snap, hands off, nowhere to go. up the middle. Storm Lake still playing hard, which is exactly what they should do. Number 36, Trent Marino on the carry. Not a whole lot of space there. 71 came busting through Keegan Miller for the Tornadoes. So that'll bring up a long 3rd and 12. 1 minute left before the Bulldogs go 1-0 in the district. 3-2 on the season. Great win. Team win by the Bulldogs. Special teams, defense, offense. Cal's going to drop back. Pass the ball. Somebody's wide open down there. Cal couldn't quite get it down there. He was running wide open, and Cal just couldn't quite get his feet right to set up. I know Cal has a strong enough arm to throw that, but that one wasn't exactly it. So unfortunately for Cal, that's going to go down as an interception. But fortunately for Cal, his senior homecoming night is going to end with a W. Cheerleaders still encouraging the fans that some have started to leave. Decided to head out early, try to beat the traffic. 49 seconds left in the game. Couple plays run by Storm Lake, and that should do it. Snap to Stefan. Throw to the outside, and he has stood up by number 35, Bo Wadley. Number 36, Trent Marino. And number 80, Drew Gallus, all in there on the tackle. Stefan hands it off to number 14 around the edge. That'll get him the first down. That'll stop the clock for a moment. And we'll see if Storm Lake decides to get one more play or if they let it run out. So that'll put a bow on it. Lamar's will go 1-0 in the district, 3-2 on the season. Break a losing streak against the Storm Lake Tornadoes that dates back to 2014. Prior to that, it had been all Lamar's, but in the past few years, it had been Storm Lake rolling. That will get them another first down. After the pile is pushed, they're going to let the clock run. They weren't supposed to, but they're going to let it run anyways. And that's going to be the game. And the Bulldogs will celebrate. So that will do it here tonight. We'll get a few stats here before we head out, but Lamar's wins 36-14 on homecoming night, 20-21. And as soon as we get the stats, we'll talk about a few of them. It was a great night overall. All right, we'll get some stats here, and then we'll get out of here. So Tyler Iverson was leading passer with 54 yards on the evening. David Lusink had 106 yards rushing, which is probably a career high for him, I'm going to guess. Reese Spieler had that one long catch for 44 yards. I don't know if we had many completions in the second half, but once again, I think I've said this before, it didn't matter. Joshua Stefan led the Tornadoes with 50 yards passing. Eduardo Sanchez had 75 yards and a touchdown. Bo Bachman was their leading receiver with 34 yards. Lamar's total yards was 305. Oh, no, excuse me. I read that wrong. Lamar's had 272. Storm Lake had 305. That long last drive really made an impact. The scoring was Eduardo Sanchez, put Storm Lake on top early, 7-0. Tyler Iverson came back with a pass to Reese Spieler to make it 7-7. The second quarter, David Lusink took a 46-yard run, and Giovanni Cabango with the kick to make it 14-7. Keon Butcher went in right before half to make it 21-7. Bulldogs going into half. Bo Wadley had two punt returns in the second half for the scoring for the Bulldogs. One was 47 yards, one was 52. Both of them. One was a two-point conversion, and then the other one, Giovanni Cabango on the kick. So that kind of led that kind of ended how we thought, and we actually had a long kickoff return by the Bulldogs that got called back because of a hold. But overall, a great ending to a great week of homecoming for the Bulldogs. A big thanks to Bulldog Media and the guys out here and gals and guys, whoever's doing it, for all that they do to put the stuff together for this week. It takes a lot of time. Mr. Wingert, Mrs. Eisenbrand, all of the hands that go into making this successful. So it'll be a couple weeks before we're back home again, but when we are, we encourage you to come out and support the Bulldogs. I know the volleyball team has one for sure, maybe two, but I think it's only one game left. So let's get out and support those ladies as they are working their tails off. And before you know it, we'll be in the winter season. Thanks again for tuning in. The final here tonight from Lamar's Community Field, Lamar's Community Stadium, Jim Lorenzen Field, is 36-14, and the Bulldogs go to 3-2. Thanks.
Okay, you guys can go help Luke unpack his. Thank you.